The following professional wrestling exhibition requires discretionary viewer participation.
Hello again, gang. Happy New Year and new season here at RWL, about to get moving with the first snarl of 2026 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Again, yes. Wally Cardell here with Johnny Bianco and a very happy Tex Lynch, who, as a general manager, has just started 2026 off pretty nicely, boss.
There's a whole lot happening in tonight's 2 hours as we start the cycle again for 2026. And the landscape sure got some serious changes at Memphis Million.
And of course, the 12th annual Memphis Million added to new first time ever Battle Royal winners to the long history of the Memphis Million, Eddie Guns and Liberty Bell Danielle. So wow, Tex, I guess you two will be filing joint tax returns before long. How?
Good evening, folks. Wally, I love you guys trying to be funny, and you guys get off some great ones. Tax jokes, you just don't. Go for something else. Go back to the center. All right, folks, here we go. We're about to get underway, and here it goes. Mr. Kennedy about to lock it up for the first time ever with Mad Dog Mark McKay. Guys, I don't mind telling you, I feel pretty damn good.
Good evening and welcome to our Rwl Sn Rl. Our opening contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Matthew James Frontino from Green Bay, Wisconsin, weighing 246 pounds, Ken Kennedy.
We've got all kinds of misters in our WL. Mr. Perfect, Mr. Ringside, and of course the GOAT, Mr. Hercules. But Mr. Kennedy here, just one of the many shining stars in the Ferrantino group, which has grown more heads than 7 hydras. Kennedy lost to Jinder Mahal in Memphis Million, but man alive, did he ever leave his mark, several dozen in fact, on the modern-day Maharaja.
Sylvia's a little on edge tonight about the Manager of the Year announcement a little later. Power and Beauty losing the women's world tags to Las Reinas could impact her chances, she says. And being impartial, Ferrantino's done wonders in 1 year's time. He's got more soldiers than the Corleone family.
The other MJF, as he's become known, and he doesn't like it, says the expansion is almost done, and he's still in the market for 1 or 2 more clients before capping the stable off. Wonder who's next on his hit parade.
I can't believe he's still looking for more people. He's got a damn baseball team now.
His opponent, accompanied by Miss Morse X from Ithaca, New York, weighing 205 pounds, Mad Dog, Mark McKay. The Mad Dog and his mystery maven putting in a rare appearance outside of Rage tonight for this first time dust up with Mr. Kennedy. They're the first RWL match of the new year. Good thing no one around here is too superstitious. You know, I wonder if he's gonna back off this rivalry with Eddie Guerrero. Now that it's a whole new year, clean slate kind of deal maybe.
Okay, so, first time, by the numbers, tail of the tape stuff, McKay and Kennedy are not too far apart, and it's a fair match with Kennedy with a slight edge on weight, but both these guys throw hands like nobody's business. Hot to see who wins the first match of the year.
Well, Kennedy and McKay, they've never met before, but I doubt they're going to shake hands the first time around. Here it is, the first match of RWL after the Memphis Million. Willie Johnson rings the bell. Here we go. Ken Kennedy with a chop, a kick, another chop to McKay, and a Hurricane Rana. That was pretty cool. Mad Dog McKay sweeps the leg, takes Kennedy down. Kennedy with a rising knee to Mad Dog Mark McKay. McKay, he's catching some trouble here from Ken Kennedy right away. Kennedy countered again, another leg sweep. Think he'd learn after the first couple. Elbow to the back from Mad Dog Mark McKay, who has quickly turned this thing around for himself. Swing ding neck breaker from the Mad Dog. Ken Kennedy rolls to the outside. Over the top rope. Well, now Mad Dog Mark McKay living up to the name for sure. Nice high-risk maneuver pays off. Fails to connect with the knee. Kennedy out of the way. Kennedy fails to connect with the drop kick. Mad Dog Mark McKay with a kick to the midsection. And a nice measured right takes Kennedy down on the outside. On the way up towards the ramp. Oh, Willie Johnson is already counting. Mr. Kennedy escorted back inside the ring. Here's Mad Dog Mark McKay. Oh, well. Momentum shifts all around. Leg snap from the Mad Dog. He covers and hooks the leg. Well, no dice. A little bit early. Ken Kennedy coming off that loss at Memphis Million, but boy did he beat the living daylights out of Jinder Mahal. Well, back body drop to Mad Dog Mark McKay. A kick to the side of the head from Ken Kennedy. Look at Matthew James Ferrantino. Got himself a whole new outfit. Looking like Paulie Walnuts in The Sopranos. Here's another pin. One. Let's sit down and have some gabagool. Oh, man. Ken Kennedy slamming McKay's head to the canvas. Well, Matthew James Ferrantino, certainly a happy fella. Can't say as I blame him. The Texas Hangman, the new television tag team champions. Well, he's got American Powers in his stable. And he's got a whole baseball team besides that. And I heard he's looking for a new ladies tag team too. Ken Kennedy. All the way on the top turnbuckle. Elbow drop right across the throat of McKay. Here's a pin. One. Nope. Mad Dog Mark McKay still in the game here. Ken Kennedy. A double axe handle across the back of the Mad Dog. A clubbing overhand right. Swing and a miss. Mad Dog Mark McKay a little too quick on the draw. Kennedy whipped to the far left corner. Mad Dog Mark McKay with a headlock punch in the corner. Kennedy comes staggering out. He goes behind rear waistlock, gets a hold of Kennedy, whips him to the far right corner this time. Hard shot right to the face. Mad Dog McKay with a chop across the throat. He has most definitely turned things around for himself. Well, Miss Morse X looking on, cheering him on. Hard right hands to the head of Ken Kennedy. MJ Ferrantino looking equally peppy. Yeah, he's got a right to be excited. We're deciding tonight whether it's going to be him or Sylvia Strong that made the 2025 Manager of the Year around here. A knee right to the head from Mad Dog Mark McKay. Ken Kennedy is getting beaten on his canvas here. McKay's looking pretty good. Mad Dog Mark McKay draws a knee into the arm of Ken Kennedy. Kennedy rolls to the outside. Mad Dog Mark McKay goes to the top turnbuckle. Oh man, from 10 feet up. Found nothing but floor. Ow. Ken Kennedy gonna exploit the mistake. Putting boots to the hands and fingers of Mad Dog Mark McKay as if falling off the top turnbuckle 10 feet right into the floor wasn't bad enough. That was not good. That is going to come back to haunt him. Ooh! Head first into the lip of the apron. Miss Morse X starting to look a little bit concerned. She might decide to get involved here. Ken Kennedy. Russian leg sweep to Mad Dog Mark McKay. Kennedy covers, hooks the leg. One. Again, oh man. Man, McKay is tough. Yeah, a ball like that'll knock that. Just mess up your whole thing. Ken Kennedy flips McKay over, yanks him across town by his ankle. MJ Ferrantino looking absolutely delighted. A whole new hookup, man. A whole new suit. He's got some new glasses, everything. Finally got rid of that tacky blue suit. Looked like Scott Bell. Ooh, man. Nice package move from Ken Kennedy. McKay center ring. Kennedy's busted open already, but here we go. Oh, man. Set of left and right jabs. Ooh, elbow shot to the throat. Here's a pin. 1, 2, 3. Well, you can chalk that one up. Ken Kennedy picks up this win by pinfall.
The time, 5 minutes and 29 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Ken Kennedy.
Well, damn, he sure took a beating, but he damn sure gave one out, too. Oh, wow, he is going to have to go see the doc after that one. Mr. Kennedy picking up the Duke for the Ferentino group and himself over Mad Dog Mark McKay. Maybe McKay will turn his attention back to Eddie Guerrero after that one. What a matchup, though. Ken Kennedy winds up getting the momentum in a seesaw match and held on to it long enough to get that 1, 2, 3 pin count. All right, coming up, more RWL Sn Rl when we come back right after this. Stick around, it's gonna be good.
Also, show today crowded, so must move quick. Up next, Indy Hartwell putting in a rare appearance in a non-title match with Lady Southern Champion Brenda Blair.
Brenda Blair, extraordinarily talented, but getting herself quite a reputation as a title snatcher.
This next non-title contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, she is from Melbourne, Australia. Please welcome back Indy Hartwell.
Yankin and welcome back. Somebody cue John Sebastian. Indy Hartwell has been gone a mighty long time.
How long was it?
Get this, you guys. Urban Warfare Supercard, Detroit, June 22nd of 2022. Match with Taylor Holly Combs when THC was still new around here.
3 whole years on. Damn, that's a long time between appearances. Even Doink the Clown turns up a few times a year.
Myron Schimmelman reported Brenda's looking for new opponents for non-title matchups. She's not interested in having to wrestle the same people week in and week out. So, along came Indy Hartwell looking for a good return match. And I'd say she got one.
She's been an NXT Women's Champ elsewhere, so she doesn't exactly come in as unqualified.
But she is going in against Lady Southern Champ Brenda Blair, a now-to-time champion who's been radioactive hot the last year.
She sure as hell has 2 championships within the span of a year.
And her opponent from San Jose, California, the reigning RWL Southern Champion, Brenda Blair. And oh baby, what a 2025 Brenda had. Highlights include her feud with Georgia Washington, and of course, Babs Beckwith, for having yeeted the ladies' northern belt from Babs in just a few weeks. Just to lose it back to Babs a few weeks later, and then the icing on the cake, snagging the ladies' southern title from Patty Powers just a few weeks ago.
And bada bing, there went Powerhouse Patty's Triple Crown deal, and she's kinda mad about it, and she rarely gets mad about anything.
The rematch clause was baked into the contract, so Patty's gonna have a chance to get it back from Brenda soon enough. But is Brenda gonna be willing to let it go quite so easy?
Brenda's kinda painted herself into a corner here.
All right, as Dandy Don might say, let's see how events transpire in Indy Hartwell's most recent appearance against the new Lady Southern Champion. Willie Johnson rings the bell. Here we go. They lock it up, collar and elbow. Indy Hartwell slams Brenda's head to the canvas. Oof! Wicked kick to the face. Spins her around with the right, goes behind into the rear waist lock, has her up and slams her right down. Sidewalk slam from Indy Hartwell. He's got an edge here. She's built slightly bigger than Brenda Blair. Brenda Blair slams right back down again. Indy Hartwell relentless, keeping Brenda Blair off her vertical base. Not a bad strategy at that. Brenda Blair catches a kick to the back from Indy Hartwell. Hartwell quickly going for a pin here. One. Just one. Oh, man. She's pretty aggressive. Indy Hartwell catches a jab. All right. Brenda Blair rounds her up for a one-arm slam. Nicely done. Brenda Blair gets a hold of Indy Hartwell, hard whip to the ropes, and spinebuster dead center ring. A little bit of bitty-bitty bomb there. Oh, man. Right to the head of Indy Hartwell. Hartwell catches a boot to the face from Brenda. And she is something. Over the... Whoa! Did you see? Man! Shut up. That was beautiful. Man, I'm going to want to see that again. Brenda Blair stamping the hands and fingers of Indy Hartwell on the outside. Referee Willie Johnson counting. Brenda Blair drives her into the ring steps. Oh, man, that was beautiful. Oh, she is some piece of work. Those ladies' Northern and Southern titles ain't but a few months old, and she's held them both already. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a piece of work right there. Brenda Blair, countered by Indy Hartwell. Nice little snap there. A bounce off the ropes and another boot to the face. And the momentum is shifting towards Indy Hartwell again. She is not bad at all. You gotta give her a due. There's a stomp to the midsection of Brenda Blair. Another stomp to the shoulder. Indy Hartwell turning it around and not doing a bad job neither. Hartwell. Oh man, slams her face right into the... Oh man. Yeah, he is definitely aggressive. Brenda Blair rolls to the outside. And Indy Hartwell right there to greet her. Putting the boots to Brenda Blair and right to the leg. Brenda counters, gets back up on her feet, gets a hold on Indy Hartwell, gets her back inside the ring. Oh, look at this. She wants more. Brenda Blair caught showboating. Slammed head first into the lip of the apron. Oh, man. They lock it up. Brenda tosses her towards the timekeeper's area. And goes, oh, well, that did not work out quite the way she planned it. Oh, man. Indy Hartwell's making her pay, too. Brenda Blair and Indy Hartwell duking it out on the outside. Well, I should say, Brenda Blair just getting back to her feet. She was laid out for a good chunk of time right there. Oh, man. Brenda Blair hurled to another side of the ring by Indy Hartwell. Slammed face first into the floor. Oh, man. She's a vicious little thing. Indy Hartwell finally getting Brenda Blair back in the ring after letting Willie count for a nice chunk of change. Brenda driven into the corner. She counters with an elbow. Gets a hold on Indy Hartwell. Kick to the midsection. Gets a hold of the trunks. Oh, man. Spike right to the shoulder. One. But only one. Indy Hartwell. Pretty tough, too. Brenda gets her down on the canvas. Starts stretching the knees. Stretching the legs. Trying to wear her out. Brenda Blair rounds her up. Has her up. Nice vertical suplex from the ladies' Southern champion. Well, looks like the momentum has shifted again as Brenda Blair starts playing around with Indy Hartwell over here. They lock up. Indy pitches it to the corner. Brenda, whoa, with an elbow that took her down to one knee. Man. Brenda Blair gets Hartwell back into the corner. Double throat chop. A little short one. Whip to the ropes. Brenda ducks under and another spine buster. Towards the corner. Brenda Blair covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Whoa, what a little match we got going here, Brenda Blair rounds up Indy Hartwell. There's a clothesline. And there's a second one. A third one. Indy Hartwell reeling into the corner. Brenda charges. What she got here? Over the rope and a kick to the leg. Brenda moves right back in, tags her with a right. Gets a hold of her again, another vertical suplex. Oh, wow. Great match. Brenda Blair putting the boots to Indy Hartwell. Brenda takes herself all the way topside. Got Hartwell in her sights. Here we go. Ooh. Missile drop kick right to the face. Hartwell counters. Back up on her feet. Brenda Blair at a disadvantage in the corner, but counters. Gets herself out of the corner. Locks it up with Hartwell again. Escorts Indy Hartwell towards the ropes. Turns her around. Oh, she's all out of patience. Just choked her with the top rope. And, there it is. RKO. How about that? Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. Well, now, nice matchup. Brenda Blair picking up the win by pinfall.
The time, 6 minutes and 47 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Brenda Blair. Mamma mia, dat what's a spicy wrestling. Indy Hartwell better be sticking around after that performance. It wasn't enough to beat Brenda, but she did show what she can do.
I'll second that one, GB. Very aggressive. One of the better performances we've seen from many of our former WWE stars. Still, not enough to take down the ladies' Southern champion.
No indeed, gentlemen, no indeed. Well, there was that one. Just put her lights out. We'll be right back.
All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, high lives and low lives. Cruiserweight competition up next with Akira Tozawa back with us after a short time away. Facing former longest reigning Cruiserweight champion ever, Craig NBC Block.
This next Cruiserweight contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Kyoto, Japan, weighing 180 pounds, Akira Tozawa. Tozawa making the scene tonight without his tag team shadow Shinsuke Nakamura in a singles match with NBC Block, who we only saw a few times in 2025. But he and his ringside Army wingman Troy Barton are back on the map this year.
Now that Eddie Guns is the 2025 Memphis millionaire, wonder if his former cronies will reap any benefits from his newfound fortune. Those three ran this place back in the mid-2000s, and they're thick as thieves.
It's funny you bring up Mr. Ringside Wally. He's gone radio silent and underground since Memphis Million. It's got to have some kind of meaning, right?
It is kinda strange how. I figured he and El Jefe would have rolled up to the ring tonight in a chauffeur-driven limo at the very least. But yeah, not a peep from any of the three Guns brothers, including king-size JoJo Guns. Something's got to be up with that bunch, especially after his nieces Las Reinas picked up the women's world tags they may stand to benefit to.
Or maybe he'll just say the hell with all of you and keep the money for himself.
His opponent accompanied by Trout Barton from Delray Beach, Florida, weighing 190 pounds, Craig NBC Block.
Craig NBC Block came into RWL about 2004. He was just a gangly little cruiserweight then. But after a while, wound up gaining the Cruiserweight Championship and held that sucker for 3.5 years with nobody able to take him down for all that time. Well, he's back now. He's a little bit older, a little bit wiser, and apparently just a little bit meaner. Guess we're going to have to see what happens with the ringside army. Maybe Eddie Guns will throw a little money their way. You know, I mean, hey, speaking as a Memphis millionaire myself, well, you know, it's good to pay it forward and spread that good fortune around. I don't know if he's going to do that, but it's funny that he's just completely disappeared.
Well, ain't this just the limit? Craig and BC Block back for another run in 2026, trying to prove he still got it. He came in at 2006 and retired, about 2012. Let's see what he's got for Akira Tozawa this evening. Oh, man. Referee Tom Kanamura sounds the bell, and off we go. Oh, Tozawa shoved back by Block. A couple of right to chop. Has him up. Backbreaker. Tried to snap him in half. There's a stomp to the midsection from NBC. Craig Block winds up the arm on Tozawa and snaps it. Craig Block not doing bad for himself in the early goings here. He's got Tozawa right where he wants him. Now he's just stretching him for fun. the former longest reigning cruiserweight champion ever, with a run of 3.5 years. Unbelievable. There's a stomp to the arm of Akira Tozawa. NBC takes himself to the top turnbuckle. Akira Tozawa making his way to a standing position. And here we go. Elbow right to the top of the dome. Oh, man. Tozawa's leg hung up on the bottom rope there. Craig block with a flip over neck whip on Akira Tozawa. A stomp to the leg. And Tozawa has yet to mount any kind of credible offense. A heel hook stretch from Craig. NBC block with Troa Barton standing ringside looking on. Troa Liquid Barton, one-time super heavyweight champion. NBC escorts Tozawa toward the ropes. Rounds him up and nice back suplex. A falling back suplex. An elbow like a hammer right to the forehead of Akira Tozawa. Tozawa counters, delivers a kick. Craig block shoves him back. There's another kick. There's a third kick. And there's a hard smack right to the face. Block whip to the ropes. Tozawa ducks under. There's an elbow to the face. And now into an abdominal stretch. Referee Tom Canamore checking it out, but I'm pretty sure NBC's going to find his way out, and sure as hell he does. Couple of shots to the face, and a head scissors. Drops Tozawa right on the top of his dome again. Swing and a miss with the clothesline. Tozawa just got out of the way of that one. Craig block. Tries for the DDT, but Tozawa counters with shots to the midsection. Makes the rebound off the bottom rope. Inverted Hurricane Rana. Nicely done by Akira Tozawa. Well, nice cruiserweight battle we got going here. Craig, NBC block, rolls to the outside. Tozawa makes his way to the top turnbuckle. NBC greets him with a shot to the face, but no good. Another Hurricane Rana to Craig block from Akira Tozawa. Tozawa spins him around with the right, goes behind into a rear. Oh, another inverted Hurricane Rana. And Tozawa covers and hooks the leg. Just the one. Block. Getting that shoulder up. Akira Tozawa has to go right back to work. There's a kick to the leg of NBC. Troa Barton. Oh, here we go. Troa Barton getting into it with Akira Tozawa. Craig block against the ropes. Tozawa getting into it with Barton. And well, the distraction did not work. Akira Tozawa was waiting for it. Delivered an elbow to block. Block delivers an elbow to Tozawa. A couple of rights, a left. Has him up over the shoulder, slams him right back down. Oh, man. And Tozawa was just getting busy. Oh, there's a kick to the chest from Craig. NBC block. Block lines up the arm on Tozawa. There's another kick to the chest. Craig turns it right back around. Tozawa had the momentum just for a little while, but NBC's turned it right back around again. Tozawa in trouble. Stomp to the midsection, a rolling elbow to the back. Troa Barton cheering on NBC. Another rolling elbow to the back. Craig, NBC block is falling. The crowd here in Chattanooga kind of behind the man. Ooh, whoa, nice uppercut to Akira Tozawa. Block measures it. There's another hammer elbow to the face of Akira Tozawa. A flip over neck whip. Tozawa looking for the exit on the expressway. He ain't going to find one. Craig block moves in on him in the corner. There's a shot to the back of the head. NBC turns him around. Slams his head into the turnbuckle. Akira Tozawa right back in a fix. There's a kick to the leg from NBC. Block with a spinning elbow. Drops Akira Tozawa hard. Craig, NBC block just drinking it in. Man, the man who originally whipped the world 3 times. This is where that phrase comes from around here. There's a knee to the head of Akira Tozawa. Craig block. 3.5 years, longest reigning cruiserweight champ ever. Akira Tozawa with a kick to the knee, a bounce off the ropes, and a kick to the face of NBC. And Tozawa going for a quick pin here. 1, 2. Oh. Near fall. Block getting that shoulder up just in time. Tozawa Gathers him back up. Block. Catches a shot to the face. NBC rounds him up in a front cradle effortlessly. Slams him into the turnbuckle. Spins him out towards center ring. Covers and hooks the leg here. 1, 2, 3. I guess he just about wore Tozawa out. Craig, NBC block, picks up the win by pinfall. Let's go to Buck Morton for the official time.
The time 5 minutes and 47 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Craig. NBC block.
Nothing fancy for the highlight reel tonight, folks. Just plain down and dirty wrestling from Craig NBC block, picking up the pinfall win on Akira Tozawa, and we'll be right back with more. Well, hey, you know what? We got a couple of ladies tags on tap for tonight. The first, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, about to lock it up with Emi Mizuno and Tia Suzuki. Kanari Doku, Pretty Poison.
Suki, reasons to be cheerful time for me.
Oh, shut up.
The following ladies tag contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Winter Park, Florida, Kaden Carter and her partner from Glen Ridge, New Jersey, Katana Chance.
Hot damn, I'm excited for this one. Sure, we got more than our share of Japanese stars, but Kanari Doku are my hands-down favorites. So talented, so synchronized, and just, well, they've got a certain je ne sais quoi. Am I right?
My colleagues, gooning aside, Mizuno and Suzuki are far better positioned to win this matchup over Carter and Chance, with Pretty Poison sporting the better and more successful track record. And I'm sure Wallace here would love to see Kanari Doku come out, on top. Right, Wally? Boy, what would Mrs. Cardell say? And their opponents, both from Kyushu, Japan, Emi Mizuno and Tia Suzuki, Kanari Doku, Pretty Poison.
Yeah, Wally, I'm kind of curious. What would Mrs. Cardell say?
I'm permitted to look. As the missus says, you can look at all the candy in the store, but just remember that you're diabetic, so you can't take any home to eat.
Mrs. Cardell sounds like a pisser. Well, let's let Wally enjoy his gooning in peace. Kanari Doku, Emi Mizuno, and Tia Suzuki, definitely one of our very own. They did not come from Japan 5 Stars. This is a homegrown team right here. And they have been very successful for a very long time. Never snagged any championship gold yet. Well, that's not to say it couldn't happen someday. Well, GB, a solid ladies tag team match with Kaden Carter and Emi Mizuno starting things off. And I'm sure Wally will be nice and quiet throughout the entire thing. Willie Johnson rings the bell, and here we go. They lock it up. Kaden Carter whips Mizuno to her team's corner right away and starts playing tug-of-war with the arm. The left arm of Emi Mizuno. Mizuno rounded up and set up into a tree of woe by Kaden Carter. A kick to the chest, another, and now a boot right to the throat of Emi Mizuno. Kaden Carter whips her right back into the corner again. Here comes Katana Chance on the tag. Stereo super kicks. As Katana Chance takes over, she goes after Tia Suzuki and takes her down with a shoulder on the outside. Mizuno. Stunned. Oh! Not that stunned. She got out of the way. A high-risk maneuver not paying off for Katana Chance, and Emi Mizuno making her pay as the referee continues to count. Mizuno with a forearm takes Katana Chance down to the floor. Tia Suzuki back to a standing position and back at her tag corner as Katana Chance makes it back in, but Kaden Carter catching it from Emi Mizuno. Mizuno on the apron slams Kaden Carter into the lip of the apron. Katana Chance hangs up Tia Suzuki on the top rope. Down she goes again. Beautiful flying kick from Mizuno. A hard right to Katana Chance. And there's that octopus stretch. And that's a good submission. But Katana Chance counter, drop toe hold
to Emmy Mizuno. Mizuno catches a Hurricane Rana. Caden Carter back to a standing position as Katana Chance goes for the pin. One. Just one. Only just the one. It's only just the one. No pin. Caden Carter comes in on the tag. Emmy Mizuno whips her to the Kanari Doku corner. Caden Carter counters with an elbow, gets a hold of Mizuno. Oh, nice crucifix right there. Here comes Tia Suzuki. Goes behind on Caden Carter. Carter up against the ropes. Suzuki dribbles her off the ropes with shots to the back. Another one. Suzuki, very physical, a serious striker, Tia Suzuki. A rebound off the ropes, but no dice. Caden Carter whips Suzuki to her team's corner. Oof, a hard poke in the chops from Caden Carter. Carter takes a running start and ooh, nasty face wash. Tia Suzuki catching it, and not too good either. She's rounded up again by Caden Carter. Whipped right back into the corner. Here comes Katana Chance. Double team incoming. Rebound up. Whoa, man. Oh, wow. Katana Chance taking over for her team after a beautiful tandem move from Caden and Katana. Suzuki rounded up again. Whipped back into the corner. She's spending too much time there. Caden Carter comes in on the tag. There's a tag punch to the ribs. Suzuki caught up by Carter again. Whipped over the top rope out onto the floor. On the wrong side of town too. Willie Johnson starts the count. Katana Chance goes after Emmy Mizuno. Caden Carter rounds up Tia Suzuki. Caden Carter off the top rope to Emmy Mizuno. Tia Suzuki back in the ring. Oh, look at this. Losing control here. Oh, another beautiful flying kick from Tia Suzuki to Katana Chance. Katana Chance rounded up again, escorted towards the far right corner, head first into the turnbuckle. Suzuki counter by Katana Chance. A drop kick takes her down. Here's a pin and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. A near fall. Oh, ooh, vicious knee right to the face of Tia Suzuki. Oh, and there's an elbow to the leg as Caden Carter comes in on the tag. Suzuki misses with the kick. Caden Carter goes after Emmy Mizuno. Drop kicks her out onto the floor. Tia Suzuki with a knee to the face of Caden Carter. Carter rounded up again. Beautiful rebound off the ropes. There's an elbow, takes down Caden Carter. Oh, okay. Hard right, spins her around. Double knees right into the back. Here's a pin. 1. Just a 1. Emmy Mizuno beginning to stir over there. Off camera. German suplex from Tia Suzuki to Caden Carter. Here comes Emmy Mizuno. Caden Carter makes her way back inside the ring, over the top, a hard right. And whoa, that was a beautiful roll right there. Here comes Katana Chance on the tag. Emmy Mizuno right there waiting for her, locks her up. Carter whipped to the Kanari Doku corner. There's a knee to Katana Chance. Look at this. Just putting all her weight behind it, and a stomp to the gut too. Emmy Mizuno not fooling around here. Well now, that's a bit underhanded. Emmy Mizuno whips Katana Chance to her team's corner. Here comes Tia Suzuki on the tag. Here comes a double team. Katana Chance whip to the ropes, double shoulders. And Tia Suzuki takes over for Pretty Poison as Willie Johnson corrects that turnbuckle. Wrist clutch kicks and a forearm to Katana Chance. Oh, and a little bit of mockery as well. Kanari Doku. Their English is not the best. They do speak it, but they definitely speak the language of wrestling. Oh, man, that was pretty nice. Katana Chance with a pretty smooth move right there. Katana Chance snaps the leg on Tia Suzuki. And the momentum is shifting over to Carter and Chance. Suzuki whipped into the opposing team's corner and getting her arm yanked against the ropes. Katana Chance pulls her out of the corner, comes up off the bottom rope, and ooh, nice Hurricane Rana. Tia Suzuki looking a little bit confused at the present time. No wonder with all the rides she's been taking. He is trying to make it to her corner, and there it is. Emi Mizuno comes in on the tag. A Hurricane Rana to her too, from Katana Chance. Mizuno gets a hold of her, whips her to the ropes, ducks under, leapfrogs. Here she comes, and a spin kick right to the face. A pin center ring. 1, 2. But again, just another near fall. Mizuno goes to work on the head and neck area of Katana Chance. Wow. Been a good match so far. Armbar stretch from Mizuno to Katana Chance. She steps out. Here comes Tia Suzuki. Katana Chance trying to make it to her corner, and she does. Here comes Kaden Carter catching a drop kick right away from Tia Suzuki. She was ready for it. Suzuki, with Kaden Carter by the wrists and ankles, drags her towards center ring. A stomp to the back. And a beautiful moonsault with a pin. Here we go. Nice. 1. But again, I'm afraid not. Suzuki steps out, turns it over to Emi Mizuno. Kaden Carter in a seated position, center ring. That kick to the back of the head is not going to improve conditions. Mizuno whips Carter to the Kanari Doku corner. There's a kick. Here's a tag to Tia Suzuki and another double team coming up. Oh, look at this. Oh, man, just beating her down in the corner. Oh, well, nothing elegant about that. There's a knee right to the face. Tia Suzuki covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, well. Referee says he's got to break it up. Hand on the bottom rope. Kaden Carter was quick enough to spot that one and take advantage of it. Suzuki whips her back into the corner. Here comes Emi Mizuno, and now look at this. Little boot party right there. Barefoot boot party. Another stomp from Mizuno. Mizuno quickly rolls her over, covers and hooks the leg. 1. Katana Chance runs right in to break up the pin. Mizuno dragging Kaden Carter where she wants her to go. Apparently towards center ring. Doesn't want to stay there. Mizuno with a set of kicks and a forearm makes the argument. Rounds her back up again. Whips her into the corner one more time. Here's a tag to Tia Suzuki. And oh man, Kaden Carter has taken all kinds of abuse from Kanari Doku. And again, the momentum has shifted towards the two Japanese ladies. Off the top and nothing but canvas. Oh, I know that hurt. Man. Suzuki trying to correct the mistake here. Whips Kaden Carter to the corner. Here comes Mizuno on the tag. Double team. Punch to the ribs. Mizuno goes quickly behind to Kaden Carter. Takes her to the far right corner. Smashes her head into the turnbuckle. Sits her up on the top turnbuckle. Oh, this is not going to be good. Oh, man. Look at this here. Oh, wheelbarrow bulldog off the top. Oh, she's out. Oh, just forget it. She is out. Tia Suzuki comes in on the tag. Kaden Carter motionless from that top rope move from Mizuno. Set of rights and a chop, but Kaden Carter quickly counters, whips Tia Suzuki to her team's corner. Here comes Katana Chance. Match halfway over and still no result. Nice back suplex and a senton from Katana Chance. A kick to the back of Tia Suzuki, followed up with a second one. It's been a great match so far, seriously. Whoa, nice leg sweep. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, obviously pretty talented. Whoa, over the top rope, spinning like a screw. Oh, man. Katana Chance showing out here. Tia Suzuki on the opposing side of the ring, and it don't look good. Katana Chance takes herself back inside. Kaden Carter looks like she wants to get a piece of the action. Round Suzuki up, gets a hold on her, gets her back in the ring. Katana Chance goes after Emi Mizuno, hangs her up the top rope. Tia Suzuki laid out, nobody to help, and here's a pin. One. Only just a one. Apparently Tia Suzuki still got quite a bit of fuel in the tank. Katana Chance rounds her up. Whips her into the corner. Quick counter from Suzuki. Takes a run off the middle. Whoa! Tornado DDT, and beautifully done by Tia Suzuki. Huh. Okay. Oof. Head scissor and a knock to the noggin. The Katana Chance. Suzuki all the way up on the top turnbuckle here. Waiting for a chance to stand herself on up. Here we go. Ooh, covered the distance nicely with a crossbody. That was beautiful. Suzuki gets a hold of Katana Chance. Whips her to the Kanari Doku corner. Introduces her to the buckle again. Tia Suzuki putting the foot right to the throat of Katana Chance. Down she goes into the corner, and from foot to hand, the choking is still the same principle. Deprive your opponent of air. Katana Chance crawls out towards center ring. Tia Suzuki covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Shut up. I would have thought that might have done it. Ooh. A knee right into the chest of Katana Chance. And here comes Emi Mizuno again. Emi moves in on Katana Chance, gets a hold of her. Whips her to the far right corner, a running knee right to the midsection, a stomp to the chest. Emi Mizuno putting a little extra shake into it. And another stomp. Mizuno showing out a little bit here, turns it over to Tia Suzuki. Katana Chance on the outside apron. Suzuki tries to go after Kaden Carter. Gets her on the second try. Katana Chance still on the outside apron. Emi Mizuno comes in on the tag. Well, now. It is looking grim. Whoa! Holy old hell, did you see that? Man, that was beautiful. Katana Chance showing out here. 1. Oh, wow, but that was a beautiful off the top rope move. Man, the balance, talking about balance, that balance did not work out. Chance and Carter both laid out on their side of the ring as Tia Suzuki comes in. She goes over the top rope, ass over Tea Kettle, and boom! Right into the Katana Chance, who counters with a kick, gets herself back up. Kaden Carter back up to a standing position too. Suzuki back inside the ring. Suzuki whips Katana Chance to her team's corner. She counters with a knee, gets Suzuki into her own corner. Smashes her head into the turnbuckle. That's payback right there. There's the receipt. Katana Chance steps out. Kaden Carter comes in. Less than 5 minutes to go. Everybody misses their move on that one. Kaden Carter goes behind. Ooh! Man, slammed her face into the canvas. Here's a pin. 1. Mizuno quickly breaking up the pin. Kaden Carter tried to go after her but didn't get it. Tia Suzuki still laid out on the wrong side of the ring. Not cool. Suzuki dragged towards center. Trying to get back up Kaden Carter, not allowing it to happen. Oh, man. Suzuki counter whips Carter into her own team's corner. Well, might be a little change here. Quick counter from Kaden Carter. Suzuki back into the opposing team's corner. Here comes Katana Chance. Suzuki whipped out towards center ring. And look at this right here. Oh, shut the hell on up. Look at this right here. Talk about acrobatics. Into a senton. Suzuki's laid out. Mizuno hangs up Katana Chance off the rope. Man, Tia Suzuki is motionless center ring. Katana Chance covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. What a battle. Chance and Carter picking up the win against Kanari Doku, and wow, that was just
The
great.
time 16 minutes and 44 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, King Carter and Katana Chance.
Now, as we were just saying at the start, that Chance and Carter needed to get a win that made an impact, and I do believe they just went ahead and did exactly that against Pretty Poison. Not only did they give them a long, hard fight, but wound up getting the 1, 2, 3. Folks, stick around. We got something special coming up right after the break.
Alright, for those of you who are doing normal things like enjoying your holiday season and you were too busy to catch up, well, in case you missed it, we got 2 brand new Memphis Millionaires. For the men, Mr. Ringside Eddie Guns, and of course for the ladies, Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote, who entered at number 30, and here she is now. She is going to take a moment. I had to pull a lot of strings and make a lot of phone calls to get a lot of people into the broadcast booth next door. There's a whole bunch of people standing by waiting to hear what Liberty Belle Danielle's got to say for herself after winning the Memphis Million for 2025. I gotta tell you, no lie, I'm proud of her. That's a hell of an accomplishment. Oh, man. It's just been a crazy week. I can't even begin to tell you guys. Well, time to start a whole new year, and let's see what Miss Danielle Heathcote has to say for herself here.
So, hi, and Happy New Year. I'm sorry if I kinda don't seem like myself, but I've been all over the place since Memphis Million. You know, just kinda playing it over and over in my head, hoping Rosita wasn't gonna get me out of the ring. When I hit with the clothesline, I wasn't thinking it was enough to take her over the top rope to the floor, and when it did, it still didn't really register. But it happened, and I won my first ever, probably last ever, Memphis Million. And I'm still trying to get my mind wrapped around that. Entering the ladies' Memphis Million was something I wanted to do for a while, but I had good reasons for not doing it at the time. This year though, just everything fell into place, and yeah, it's nice to have one, and Tex and I, well, we don't have to worry about money just now. I've asked that a few people be available to be in one of the broadcast booths, because I got a lot of thank yous to get through here. Just kinda be patient with me a minute. First, Jeannie Dynamite? You had the number 30 slot. It would have been so easy for you, but you gave the spot to me? So thanks for that. I didn't want to let you down by getting eliminated. Miss Parker? You're the ace. That brings me to Myron, who played the switch. He could have said no, but he didn't, and I'm grateful, so thanks Myron. EP's manager, MJ Ferrantino, who took a chance on American Powers, and made sure my title schedule was clear for Memphis. I'm glad to be part of the Ferrantino group. And Pats. Best tag team partner ever. Always backing me and sometimes, my bad choices. Guess who's getting a last-minute briefcase for Christmas? Maybe it makes up for my being a pain in the ass sometimes? I can hope. Thanks to all of you, and you fans especially, who tune in to watch my matches. I'm gonna stay, your America First Fighting Champion, Liberty Belle, over and out.
Sounds like a total mic drop moment to me. Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote going into 2026 with $1 million and a new attitude to match. Folks, we'll be back with the second half of tonight's Snarl right after the break.